Hello and welcome to Time Starved Button Masher, where we focus on reviewing games from the perspective of the player who can't play for long sessions. We ask two questions: is it good? And how's it handle me not being able to play for very long? Otherwise known as, does it respect my time? Today I'm looking at Rogue Legacy 2, and in the interests of brevity, here's the short version. Is it good? Yes, it's absolutely brilliant. Is it good for the gamer with not an awful lot of time? Yeah, it's not perfect, but it's good. Please like and subscribe. And now for the long version. I was a big fan of Rogue Legacy when it first came out, although that does seem to have been before the era of Steam cloud saves. I've also played it a lot on the Switch. It's kind of one of my go-tos. So I was a little worried when I first saw Rogue Legacy 2 and it looked very, very similar. They had changed the art style and I just thought, is it going to be one of those games where they changed the art but nothing else? And it turns out I could not have been more wrong. It is similar, but it's so much more in-depth and so much better. Each class actually has its own weapon this time, which is a considerable improvement on the last game where everyone had the same weapon, and the only thing you had that was actually any different was health, stamina, and the actual class skill. The changes don't end there. Each class also has XP, so your class will actually get better. It's not just you collect money and then you improve that way. You can also collect weapons inside the game itself, so you can get a special powered weapon. You also have these artifacts which use resolve, and they can change the game somewhat. But the main thing is that the gameplay is incredibly fluid. It's a lot of fun, and also when you get past the first section, it actually feels quite different. It feels like a larger game. Instead of it almost being flip screen, you get larger areas to see. It's also got Metroidvania elements to it now, so you have to go through certain, say, platforming sections or certain puzzle sections to actually get an item which will allow you to progress. It's a great game. Really, really great. If you have any interest in roguelikes, this is fantastic. Okay, now when it comes to for the short of time gamer, it does save your progress when you exit. The only thing is, it actually drops you right back at the entrance of the dungeon, which isn't too bad because you do have these platforms that you can teleport from. However, if you're in the middle of a difficult platforming section, you're just going to have to do that again, which isn't ideal, but it's better than a lot of games out there. So Rogue Legacy 2 is one of the few sequels that absolutely and utterly destroys the original. I can't recommend it enough. Really, really, really good game.